there was a developer match that went down, showcasing once again. We talk about that one-on-one, gameplay, right? Like to watch and actually see and break down. It's kind of like the way Capcom's at, but once again, much closer to release, so they have this footage to kind of put out there. So it kind of goes with what we were stating earlier. So we got to see what will probably be the two biggest characters in the game currently, unless Abigail or Hugo or anybody else that's huge decides to show up. Zangief and Marisa, the kind of like the dream match that a lot of people have been waiting on, because they thought it would be kind of great, because no one's been able to rival the iron body of Zangief really ever. So yeah, a lot to unpack here, man. Like, I don't know about you, but there is so much here, and a lot of it honestly was also kind of expected, but man, expecting it is one thing, but then seeing it in motion was just another. Like, watching Geef actually, the things I was expecting was finally getting to see his Drive Rush,
yes.
I have to stop saying that. Anyway, the Drive Rush, man, we actually finally get to see Geef's Drive Rush, and it is scary. It is what I expected it to be like, but I still, you know what, man? I wasn't ready. I still was not ready. So his dash sucks, which is expected, but his Drive Rush, having a Drive Rush to, what is that? Standing medium punch, correct?
That is definitely a medium.
Yeah, standing medium punch. So you got the neck chop, right? The collarbone, the clavicle destroyer, as you were.
It kind of has what resembles King's medium punch in Cross Tekken, forward medium punch, where he had 3 of them and the third one was an overhead. Yeah,
Geef's like jab. I think it was his jab that was also in Street Fighter 4 was kind of like that. His far jab, like his close jab, obviously he has the chop, right? Like the close chop, because it worked as an anti-air. It does that in 5 as well. But I believe
and medium punch was a wave around the screen.
Was it?
Not a screen, but like in front of him.
Okay, yeah. So this actually might be standing jab.
Yeah.
Regardless,
that's definitely medium. Sorry.
You're saying this is medium? Okay.
Yeah, push play and I'll see.
All right. So we're doing this at half speed just so we can kind of really sit in a moment here. We got the of course the body splash afterwards, but yeah, the Dragon Rush to standing medium punch. I'm already getting like kind of almost like green hand fever right now watching it. Even with his the Drive Rush being green also kind of makes me, it kind of triggers me a little bit there. I've yet to understand in lore what the green energy is that Zangief has when he does that. Like,
his hand is moving so fast that it banishing flats a fireball. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. That's the lore in my book right now.
That's right. It is banishing hand. That's right.
Banishing flat.
So we've got the body splash, the headbutt to crouching short to standing jab, a classic. So we got to see a little bit of that. We get to see some knockdown from Marisa, and then we get to see the parry, which I mean, you couldn't pick a better pose for Geef, right? He just puts his chest out there and then just like, yeah, I'll take it. Not a big deal. No worries.
Hugo like,
look at me. Look at this.
Very
unit.
Hugo like.
Oh, and then the perfect parry. Just flexing on you, like, yeah, this chest is about to just rip you a new one, right?
That's got to be the scariest thing. Now, do you remember? Are you able to change parry to one button?
I cannot recall whether or not you can macro that. I'm gonna have to look back and see.
I'm still a little iffy about it because I'm like, when I was playing at my friend's house, I'm like, I can't get used to just parrying a fireball with 2 buttons. Mind you, this was back in December.
Oh, okay.
No worries. And I'm just like, I cannot get used to this. I'm like, this was what? Who was I using? Chun-Li or something? And I'm like, I can't get used to this. I'm like, can I just continue the Christmas party? Thank you. Like,
so post that perfect parry, man. We got a look at the heavy. That was definitely a heavy SPD, because you can always tell by the height is one of the biggest ways, but also the amount of rotations is also the other way of telling. Definitely got the heavy SPD, but no, heavy SPD puts him hella far away.
Yeah, it always has. the light ones usually have the faster startup and closer recovery. But man, he have to move a whole truck space.
Yeah,
forward, you know?
hard knockdown on that. And remember, hard knockdown, you cannot back rise. What is it called? Talk about that, right? Backwards recover. It's quick rise, but then there's like you can recover backwards. I just can't remember what it's called. You can't do that on hard knockdown. So a setup like this where you then just drive rush. I had to stop myself so hard from saying the other word. You had to drive rush into kind of media standing jab or even a kick. He's got the knee, right? The classic, the flying knee, but a whiff into then EX grab from that distance. Like, bro, like I'm already like I already feel mixed, and I haven't even played against this damn character.
No, I like. Yeah, I don't know why he has that much range. I mean, it's giving me vibes of when they buffed in Street Fighter 4 the light SPD, and you'd go to the arcade. I remember going to the arcade and being like, did they really buff this? And seeing it for real, I'm like, I can't.
Oof, yeah, but Marisa also.
But this Marisa stuff, I mean, were there a bit of Rekkas throughout? Did you see? Because there was an earlier on, I saw her go do a punch into a lower punch.
There seems to be. Oh god! Oh no! Hold on. Before fuck that.
All
yeah,
right.
You know what? We're not even going to talk Marisa yet. We're not talking Marisa yet. We're about to break down what we're watching. So the round 2 start to the developers. We're actually getting a jumping Zangief to roundhouse. Nothing new. You get the double kick, right? The kind of like the drop kick animation look. The craziest part about it, even though this is also on counter hit, so we still don't know. We're only going off of the footage we're given here. The fact that you're getting a wall bounce from this is bonkers. So I'm already seeing an easy, counter hit this to wall bounce to, what is it called?
Let me see what it happens. Go ahead.
Lariat is probably like a go-to afterwards. Letting that load up.
Granted, that's just counter hit. That's not punish counter.
Yes, also very true. Yeah. Very true. Yeah, on counter hit, excuse me, not a wall bounce, a wall splat from that. The drop, the spinning drop kick, is that the term? I don't know
I want to say heel kick, lingo. So to speak.
Okay.
So my thing is, real quick, if you want to go back just to maybe the start of the match. What did he go? Go ahead. One more a little bit. So again, once more. So he did the jump drop kick, boom, hits them. And then he goes, parries. I guess he messes up the drive impact, flies in. All right, that. Was I going to talk about that?
Yeah, that jab juggle. I noticed.
Oh, I know what I was going to say.
I noticed that too. It's such a weird move. It's like he tried to stab you in your solar plex.
Yeah. I don't know what type of move that is. But it's sort of like I don't know. So that's obviously a punish counter. He's hitting her in between a move. Or after a move, and then does the heel kick. She ground bounces. He does the chop into the sky. So it's obviously a launcher. I think they're giving him these moves so that he can go into that super that we saw in the clip from Twitter. That he can do his air super.
Oh, the air super.
His air grab type of thing.
Gotcha.
But yeah, that can just set up into some type of launch reset. 50-50, like you have to jump out, get air grabbed in the air, or stay on the ground and get command grabbed on the ground. That's the scary part, don't get punish countered, or you will legit eat a 50-50, or even just get red.
Bro, like that Marisa, when it started this whole that looked like a crouching, a crouching short or a crouching forward. I would say forward more than anything else, just because of how much animation. The fact that Zangief just has no hitbox, ass is in the air, bro, there's nothing down here, makes this move very viable in terms of blowing some things up. If he's airborne, which I would assume he is, but this is just further confirming how airborne he is, that he's gonna be able to blow up wake up grabs, maybe even drive rushes. Damn it, I almost made it. Drive rushes that are starting with low, like a forward or something that you kind of want to go with, right? He could just blow those up, and then you get the punish counter with the juggle.
And it's also a callback to his old move that he used to do, where I don't know if it was close medium or close heavy. He had it in the Alpha series where he would do like he would like, I don't know how to explain the move. I'm gonna have to find it, but keep going.
Yeah, so after that, like I said, we got to see just a little bit more gameplay. It's got the, you know, the whole another check of the SPD where they're really trying to show his Dragon Rush. Drive Rush is the only method for him to really like make that kind of closing on that space, which is kind of expected, right? You're a grappler. You're a grappler. They're definitely emphasizing like, hey, movement is going to be a problem here. If got the triple chop too. If Geef is having this much problem, that means he's going to rely even harder on the drive rush in order to kind of close off that space, which is really interesting. I haven't seen that many other characters at this point that have required it. I mean, we've worked with that initial roster from the beta. You know, everyone there is pretty mobile enough, but we're already understanding that Lily, you know, the T-Hawk-esque character, kind of has his dash. We don't know if the motion's going to be like that entirely, the entire set, but Geef, it makes sense. And of course, we do get the level 3. This isn't critical art, so we don't know what the follow-up is afterwards, but it is a good chunk of damage regardless. So past this, we just get, you know, some simple play. We get to see the drive rush once again, or excuse me, the drive impact with the clap. We got the Hulk smash, you know, clap the air, clap your head, and then we got the wall, and we get some EX lariat as expected. Not, it's very fast. Like the EX lariat is super quick, which is interesting. So I'm wondering. I was wondering if it was going to be like a juggle state, but it seems even after a clean one hit, you don't have like a second one or something like that to kind of relaunch afterwards or to juggle with to get a little extra damage. So I'm trying to figure out what the actual use case for the meter will be there. And then of course we get to close off the actual match itself with Marisa. Actual CA, we've seen her level 3 a while ago. We've even contemplated as to what the hell the CA was, even looking at trailers that show just little glimpses of it, but we actually get to see the entirety of the animation,
uncensored.
Yeah, completely uncensored. You know, she's just like, hey, take my love. The love's in the fist. Take all of it is what she says, as she just basically kills a man. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, your neck is not supposed to go that far in. This is like he should be dead by all rights and purposes, but you know, it is what it is. We do have a very strong woman here with a Spartan helmet as a haircut, so anything is possible. That gel is holding, but yeah, she just, you know, digs the hand in there a little bit and leaves you with a little heart. Whoop. Just to, you know, this is all my love. Take it. This isn't just Zangief exclusive. Maybe it'd be kind of cute if it was. It'd be cute if, like, maybe with each character you get a different symbol or something like that. Maybe if she doesn't like you, you get like it's a skull. But you know, regardless, you know, hey, if you're gonna punch a, I don't know, 9, 10, 12-year-old girl like Lily into the wall, and might as well put a heart on it. Whoop! Right. That's all I'm thinking of. Yeah, so we get to see.
I swear.
We also get to see the love. We get to see the parry. We get to see the parry on Geef's side. I know it's got a specific name, and it's his V skill 2 in Street Fighter 5.
Nope.
What is it?
Nope. They gave him an extra move. It's forward 2 kicks, and it just blocks. It blocks.
Is that what it is?
Kick.
My bad.
It counters any kicks and does a dragon screw.
That's how often I see it, because it just like doesn't really exist.
I've only seen Rickwell use it, and I'm like, why do you use it?
Yeah, I mean, it's cool, but like, what's the yeah, if the use case, if the utility is not there, it's really hard to justify throwing out a move that, you know, it's a counter. And coming from a player that, you know, deals with counters a lot, yeah, you have to be very, very careful with them. The nature of them is, yes, big reward, but it's incredibly high risk. But yeah, we get to see the round the match get completely finished off with that. We got the Geef pose once again. Hold it in, get your flex on, and then we of course Steamboat Willie our way out of there. Or actually more like Thomas, the train.
Choo choo.
Yeah. Yeah. So Geef, man, Geef's looking potent. Like, he's dangerous,
looking like a whole factory.
Dude, new stage, by the way. You know, obviously we get to sit down and look at it even more.
But is that Sagat?
That's not Sagat.
Is the referee Sagat?
No, it's not Sagat. Come on, man.
All right. Well, by the way, there's a little bit of a variation I want to talk about in Marisa's Super or CA. Is that in her original level 3 that they showed, she stands up in front of the person. And this one, she didn't. She just straight
That's
up.
That's right. You didn't get the overarching like look at me, right? Like, and she actually is like imposing. You're right. That just might be a level 3 thing. That's all. More than likely, that's what it is. But I mean, this gameplay. Also, there's one other thing I wanted to bring up. Actually, yeah, about 115. We get to see something which I have to also double check and verify. I haven't had a chance to. Is Marisa having like armor break capabilities? Like Zangief has a lot of armor moves, like I believe standing punch, forward medium punch. You know, the one where he cocks back and he hits it. Even in Street Fighter 5, is it forward heavy? Yeah, excuse me, yeah, forward heavy. That also has armor. It seems to be pulling through here too, but we're seeing Marisa actually have just straight armor break capabilities. Like I'm talking just it rips through armor. So you know, in previous fighting games, like when it came to, you know, let's say like Street Fighter 4, right, with focus attack, there were focus attack moves that naturally broke focus attack. Like you didn't have to hit them more than once.
Or reversal.
Or yes. And in this game, drive impact have been stated. You know, we've talked about it a while ago. There's 7 different ways you can protect yourself from drive impact. One of them being, you know, kill the durability. 3 hits, right? You do 3 hits, it only gets 2. Third hit will break it. But and like supers, right? Supers outright beat it. Level 3s will outright beat it. Those, but that's like beating it. We're talking armor break right now. Like I don't recall anyone from the cast having, but because no one's had armor at this point. Yeah, no one's had armor. No one that we've actually been exposed to has had armor in the game right now. This is what kind of also intrigued me. I'm like, oh, okay, so now we have armor break capabilities. Like, is this just going to be kind of is this a Marisa only thing? Is that going to be part of her kit as to what's going to make her potent, that she just, you know, doesn't care about your armor moves? But I'm like, how effective is that? Because right now we know for a fact 8 of the characters don't have armor moves because we played them, right? We already know. Could something change? Absolutely, but...
Yeah. Was he in Drive Rush?
No, this is not Drive Rush. This is not Drive Rush that he's in. He's putting out, I think it's the forward, I think it might be the forward... Actually, maybe.
Did he cancel? Look at his...
He might have canceled. You might be right. Looking at a frame.
He canceled into he may have canceled into a
drive.
So I'm gonna keep an eye on the drive.
Yeah,
drive gauge. So he just used 2 to rush.
Yeah, he did. Okay.
Wait.
So yeah,
but when you get counter hitted, you lose some.
But right before it though, he also, like, if you look, he has his ink block drive impact. Look, he was about to clap. It shows. Investigation right here live on this show. Make sure to follow us at Double Tap FGC. Yeah, so okay, he did drive impact. So Marisa does indeed just straight rip through armor on drive impact. So it isn't a multiple durability thing. It's just like old school focus attack breakers. It seems like some of her kit also applies that. So that's interesting. That makes her very menacing. That means, you know, drive impact, your use of drive impact is different in a Marisa match at this point, you know, than any other character. We don't know who else might end up getting it. For all we know, Zangief might have one, right? We don't know. Maybe forward fierce can also break. Maybe fully charged, it breaks it. Because we did see it with one of her EX moves. We don't know if it does it with her standard version of that move. But yeah, there's a lot of little details here, definitely to check out. The kick, by the way, the drop kick. Yeah. Feel you thinking a certain rainbow Mika might have been like, yo, you know what? Like, Geef's been known to take moves. Remember, the SPD is not actually Geef's.
Oh no?
No, it's Hagar's. He learned it from watching Hagar, but Hagar took his lariat. Like, that's why they share those moves, because they actually saw each other do it with the TV or whatever. They copied it because they were fans. So now to see Zangief get a drop kick, and now, you know, his whole, you know, they're really trying to, I don't want to say not ship, but the stories between Geef and Mika definitely crossed more, especially in 5, right? They were in the ring and stuff like that. Like wondering if maybe there's a couple pointers that maybe potentially the student has shown the master. Not really sure, but
so the move I was talking about of that overhead kick is definitely looking like as if he uses forward medium kick, but in the old games, but in a different. I sent them to you, by the way.
Oh,
but in a different, so to speak, angle, because in 2D you're not going to see them sort of flip that kick like as if they're Sean, but he's sort of doing that like in an upwards angle to sort of anti-air. I don't know if you can see on either the Alpha one, both the Alpha one and the Street Fighter 2 one have. So go to like if you're looking at the Street Fighter 2 one, there's a forward heavy kick,
forward HK,
third row.
Mid row.
Third row.
Third row.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I remember forward heavy kick. Yes. I do remember that move.
And then the other sprite in the Alpha one, if you open that one up, he sort of has that same type of deal going on there.
Yes, because he even had it in like Marvel. Because they used this. They used this sprite for Marvel too when he was in there. Yeah, I do remember it because it looked like Isn't it like his launcher or something? No, his launcher is.
I don't know.
In Marvel 2.
His launcher is just a crouch fierce or something.
Yeah, it's just
that could be it too. I don't know.
I swear I've seen it more often in Marvel 2 than any other game. But yeah, I do recall that. Yeah, it looks like maybe that drop kick might be replacing that because he didn't do that like in game, did he?
Not really, not necessarily. Like he had a sort of he had some sort of variation of it in Street Fighter 4 that I can't recall. But like it was more of like he didn't fall down with it. It was like close medium kick.
Gotcha. Yeah, but Geef, oh man. So with Geef kind of tied up, I think he's gonna be like extremely potent. I think this is gonna be a bit of an interesting time for grappling